There have been plenty of Ballon d'Or snubs that are spoken about as all-timers. There's Thierry Henry, who's rightfully brought up often, Wesley Sneijder or Diego Milito. However, the one that stands out to me has to be Luis Suarez. His 2015-16 season was one that should have been celebrated and spoken about as an all-timer season, one of the best and most well-rounded examples of attacking football, not just by the eye test, but the numbers back it up as well. After years of Messi and Ronaldo trading blows back and forth as to who had the better year, who scored the more ridiculous amount of goals, whose side won the bigger trophies, etc., it was perhaps Luis Suarez who performed better than all of them. But he didn't even make the Ballon d'Or podium in that year. So let's look back on Luis Suarez's 2015-16 campaign, the lost, legendary season that hasn't been matched by anyone since then, including Messi and Ronaldo. Hey, I'm Adrian and I'll be your host for this video. If you find yourself enjoying this, then don't forget to subscribe. We create 2 to 3 videos per week on various topics from the world of football. No single league or team. We keep it open here. So stick around if you enjoy that kind of thing. There won't be any questions as to why FC Barcelona were interested in Luis Suarez. Well, they had been won over by Suarez in the years prior to his 2014 arrival in Catalonia, but his final season with Liverpool, the 2013-14 season, will have been the icing on the cake of excitement. The cake of excitement, yes, because he was incredible. In Suarez's final season, that Premier League title push where he and Daniel Sturridge struck up a devastating attacking combo only to slip up in the title race, he wrapped up that season with 31 goals and 19 assists from just 37 appearances. That's an insane production amount. 50 goal contributions from just 37 appearances, that's 1.37 goal contributions per game. That was also enough to win the Premier League Golden Boot, as well as tie Cristiano Ronaldo for the European Golden Shoe, and then also win numerous Player of the Year awards in England, Team of the Season, etc. He did all that. So if Barcelona were excited prior, then they would have been over the moon at the prospect of having Suarez link up with Lionel Messi and Neymar, who had just concluded his first season in La Liga. Which, by the way, Neymar's first season in Barcelona was by no means a failure, but with hindsight, you can see how it was more of a season to set expectations, to whet the appetite a bit. And that's exactly what Suarez did in his first season with Barcelona as well, the 2014-15 season. After signing the Uruguayan for over 80 million euros, making him the most expensive South American in football history at that time, little did they know, Neymar would obliterate that transfer fee in a few years, but not before MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar delivered some absolutely ridiculous moments, such as their debut season together. Suarez actually wasn't eligible to play for Barcelona at the time of his signing, as the summer of 2014 provided us with the World Cup, of which Uruguay faced Italy. And yes, you know where I'm going with this, of which Luis Suarez bit Giorgio Chiellini, the third time he had bit someone in his career. For this, he was banned initially for 4 months. More bans came at the international level as well. And when he finally made his debut for Barcelona, well, that came in perhaps the biggest stage you could ask for in La Liga, El Clásico. 4 minutes into the match on October 25th, 2014, Suarez assisted Neymar for the first goal of the match. However, despite the strong start, Barcelona would fall 3-1 on this occasion. No matter though, as they only went on and won the treble. Yes, MSN became quite the deadly trio. For his part, despite not playing until October, Suarez provided 25 goals and 23 assists in just 43 appearances. Not bad for a debut season, once again having more goal contributions than he did appearances, picking up where he had left off for Liverpool. La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League all in the same season, and it was Suarez who scored what would be the Champions League clinching goal in the 55th minute against Juve, cleaning up a Messi rebound to make it 2-1 on the night. Neymar would score the third for Barca. The following season will have been a frustrating one for Barca supporters. If a season where you win the Copa del Rey and the league can be considered frustrating, well, that frustration is only possible when you have 3 players in Messi, Suarez, and Neymar who are all performing at unmatched levels, and the Uruguayan was the best of all. So coming into the 2015-16 season, surely expectations were pretty high for Luis Suarez, right? And you have to remember, the world was still looking at him with quite the critical eye. Not based on whether his ability was convincing enough, but he was still under a lot of scrutiny just in general. The human that is Luis Suarez was under a lot of scrutiny, as his ability wasn't to be questioned, of course. The 3 biting incidents, the racial abuse incident as well, there was an understandable amount of scrutiny on Luis Suarez. And we won't get into those 2 aspects of his career that we just mentioned, but just to provide some context on how he was viewed at that time. Brilliant player, but you could almost hear people saying, well, it's only a matter of time until another explosion or incident. So perhaps that accounts for the discounting of Suarez at this time. But as for the football itself, he was simply unplayable from the start to finish. Barcelona were looking to defend their titles on 3 fronts: the league, the cup, and the Champions League. But they had to do so while losing Lionel Messi for a month of the season. No matter there, as Suarez and Neymar filled in for the M to their SN. Suarez was steady throughout the season. Despite just scoring once in the first 5 La Liga matches, he ended the season with 40 La Liga goals. Ronaldo had previously had seasons where he scored 48 and 40. Messi had seasons where he scored 50 and 46. When you compared Suarez's goal count to them, again, it feels harsh, doesn't it? But where he can take some solace, if he needs it, is that his 40 goals in the 2015-16 La Liga season hasn't been beaten since. Messi has come close on 2 occasions, scoring 37 the season after and 36 in the 18-19 season, but beyond that, the numbers are going down. This past season, Lewandowski scored 23 goals in La Liga, and that was enough for the Pichichi. Before that, Benzema scored 27. But back in the 2015-16 season, Suarez had 5 more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo as he stormed past the Portuguese attacker in the final days of La Liga. Luis Suarez scored no less than 14 goals in his final, 5 appearances in La Liga. He went from 26 goals scored as of matchday 33 to 40 goals scored by matchday 38. 4 goals scored against Deportivo La Coruña, a match where he also assisted 3 times in an 8-0 win, domination. 4 goals against Sporting Gijón, only 1 against Betis, only. A brace and an assist against Espanyol, and finally he rounded out the season with a hat-trick against Granada. 13 goals and 4 assists in 5 appearances. Otherworldly stuff, of course, but remember, we were somewhat desensitized to this in some way, these kinds of numbers, thanks to Messi and Ronaldo. And again, I think the scrutiny of Suarez at that time, which he deserved, of course. I'm not calling victim here in the slightest, as actions should have consequences. But his scrutiny, coupled with the Messi and Ronaldo moving of the goalposts due to their insane goal hauls, made it easier for some people to ignore his achievement, myself included. But looking at the season in totality now, it's just incredible. He scored 3 or more goals against 6 different teams. He scored a brace in 5 different matches, including a brace against Real Madrid as he and Neymar silenced the Bernabeu with a 4-0 win. And on top of that, he provided 22 assists across all competitions. And there were a lot of competitions: Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup, Copa del Rey, Spanish Supercopa, La Liga, and the Champions League. In all, 59 goals, 22 assists, in just 53 appearances. Yeah. So, how does his achievement rank in comparison to the last few years? Well, when you look at Erling Haaland's most recent season, Haaland scored 52 goals and got 9 assists in 53 appearances. Let's not frown upon that, of course. 52 goals and 53 appearances is still insane. Again, we've been desensitized by Messi and Ronaldo. Curse those guys. But Haaland this season with 61 goal contributions and 53 appearances is fantastic, but not better than Suarez and his 81 goal contributions in just 53 appearances. What about compared to the lost Ballon d'Or? The year that the Ballon d'Or was cancelled, even though it seemed like Lewandowski was a shoo-in to win it. Well, that season, Lewandowski scored 55 goals and assisted 10 times for 65 goal contributions and 47 appearances. Again, a ridiculous achievement, otherworldly as I said before, but still short of Suarez's 81 goal contributions. 16 more goal contributions from 6 more appearances from Suarez. However, what it always comes down to are the trophies that were won. When you look back at the Ballon d'Or winner for 2016, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Why? Well, that season Real Madrid won the Champions League against Atletico Madrid in the 2016 final, came second in La Liga, and were bounced out of the Copa del Rey due to fielding Cheryshev, who was ineligible. On top of that, Ronaldo won Euro 2016 with Portugal, so he won the Ballon d'Or. Messi had the same trophy haul as Luis Suarez, of course, with inferior numbers to Luis Suarez. Well, everyone we speak of here had inferior numbers to Suarez. But Messi also made the final of the Copa America with Argentina, only to lose to Chile. Antoine Griezmann. He also finished ahead of Luis Suarez in third place in the Ballon d'Or voting. Griezmann helped Atletico Madrid to third in La Liga standings, the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey, and they finished runners-up to Real Madrid in the Champions League. On top of this, Griezmann helped France to second place in Euro 2016 and finished his Atleti campaign with 32 goals and 7 assists from 54 appearances. So wait, did trophies not actually matter that much in the end? I mean, Suarez had better numbers than everyone and won 2 out of 3 trophies to boot. Griezmann finished ahead of him despite having inferior numbers in trophy hauls. Messi finishing ahead of him is a bit of a mystery. Well, it's not really a mystery, we all know why. And Ronaldo, well, he won both the Champions League and the Euros while scoring a lot of goals along the way. Ronaldo's win is understandable, but Suarez finishing in 4th is a bit confusing, isn't it? And this is exactly why so many people had given up on the award, how it had just become a popularity contest where individual achievements aren't enough, even though it's an award for individuals. Sometimes individual achievements plus 2 domestic cups isn't enough. You needed the popularity and one big trophy, and then you could be the Ballon d'Or winner. That's not to say that Messi and Ronaldo were undeserving winners. That would be an insane thing to say, but it's unfortunate that one of the seasons where we genuinely should have had someone to break up the monotony, it didn't happen. This isn't a question of talent. I think we can all agree that Messi and Ronaldo are all-timers when it comes to talent and the legendary status they were building. But this comes down to looking past the pedigree of Messi and Ronaldo and observing the achievement of Luis Suarez for what it was. He outplayed 2 of the greats in the 2015-16 season, and he didn't get the individual accolades he so deserved. And since that campaign, nobody in the top 5 leagues has had more goal contributions in a single season than Suarez managed 7 years ago. Not Messi, who came close in the 2 seasons that followed, nor Ronaldo. I guess that, in a sense, is Suarez's trophy, but unfortunately, most aren't even aware of this incredible achievement. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I was looking through some of these most impressive goal contributions recently in a single season, given Ronaldo and Messi have both left Europe, and I was amazed at how little we hear about Suarez's 15-16 campaigns. So there you go. If you're new, like I said, consider subscribing for free. But beyond that, I hope you guys are enjoying the off season. I'm Adrian, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.